Good evening, church family. Pastor Ryan here. Sunday night, my kids are pig farmers now, so we've been up here. This is the second time today, and so while they're checking on the pigs, I'm going to just give you a little update. It was good to be with you all this morning. I know it's different, but thanks for joining us and for chiming in on the online chat, and hopefully it was an encouragement to you. It's good to connect and be together as we think about who Jesus is and following the way of the cross that he invites us to. One of the things that I miss about being together is just sharing the different things that are happening in the life of our church. And so you may have gotten emails or heard on Facebook some of the things that God is doing, but I thought I'd just take a few minutes to let you know what's happening in the life of our church, because you are responding in tremendously powerful and transformative ways in our community. It's been such a privilege to be a part of our church, and not just on Sunday mornings connecting with each other, but many, many ways throughout the week. Our Let's Eat dinner continues to happen in to-go format. We're giving about 60 meals out on Wednesday nights, and that team is taking every precaution. We've been in contact with the Benton County health inspectors, and they're good with what we're doing. So we're giving hope and encouragement and a good meal to folks as they come by and kind of just pick them up outside the building and go on their way. So thank you for helping with food and funds for that ministry, and that's continuing in this unique season that we're in. We're also working with the city just to see how we can provide for folks who are living outdoors or are vulnerable and not getting access to food or clothing. So you'll hear more about that this week. We also have a COVID-19 response team. Pastor Karen's overseeing. Love Inc. has gotten wind of that and is going to help us. If there are people in need, they'll contact us. So if you want to be a part of that team as this thing continues, there may be more needs that come up. So you can contact Pastor Karen about joining that ministry response team, and that when the needs arise, she will contact you and give you an opportunity to help if you're able. We have a pastoral team of 10 of us that have been calling every single person in our church family. And so that's been a huge blessing to me as the lead pastor, and hopefully been blessings to you. And the plan is to continue those phone calls and just stay connected and build networks of relationships and prayer. And so if you want to be a part of that, you can reach out to me and we'll just keep calling each other. We can get you access to the directory so you can give phone calls to people, and let's just continue to touch base and care for one another in that way. We also have community groups that are Zooming with each other. Zoom is an online format that lets you actually see people and interact. It's pretty easy to use, and I'd be happy to set up for you or any of the community groups that want to meet. A couple of us are trying it out, and they last about an hour, but it's nice to kind of see the people in our community group. So if you're in a group and you want to connect in that way, let me know. You'll continue to hear some missional moments from people, obviously just in their own homes now, as I won't be meeting with them to keep my social distance. But you can check the YouTube page and this video. You can subscribe to that channel, and so you'll get direct emails every time we post new content up. But we'll continue to send that out on our church email as well, and our Facebook page. What else? Lent devotionals are happening. Pastor Karen and her team continue to produce those every morning. There's some great music and prayers and a reflection on the Gospel of Mark, and those have been just a real blessing to hear from people each and every day as we prepare for Holy Week and Easter next week. If you want to join me and geek out a little bit on the Bible, I'm going to be doing that Tuesday at 2 on Zoom. And again, I'll send out a link to you. Zoom is easy to use. You can join me and others who want to talk about Mark 11 and Jesus' entry into Jerusalem as king. And we'll be preparing some special ways that we're going to engage in Holy Week next week. So next Sunday is Palm Sunday. So I'd invite you to grab some palms or branches, whatever, and get those ready for worship. And also get ready for communion together. Grab some bread and some juice, and we'll be sharing in communion in an online way on Sunday, which will be special. Finally, if you want to continue to give financially, that supports the ministries in the ways that we're continuing to reach out and serve our city, to love God, love people, and serve both. Our staff is continuing to work hard. So if you'd like to give, you can give online at evch.org, or our financial secretaries are still checking our mail. You can mail in your checks, and those will be cared for well and in a timely manner, and you can continue to give your tithes and offerings in that way. Finally, I just would invite you to wait and to watch. We don't know what God's doing, but we know that He's sovereign. We know that He's in control, and He's going to bring good out of hard situations. May He give us eyes to see what He's doing in this time, and to watch and wait for Him to work. As we move into these next couple weeks preparing for Holy Week, there was so much happening in Jesus' life and ministry that confused His disciples. They did not understand what He was doing. And yet the thing that He was going about doing was the most important thing that radically changed the trajectory of human history. And so even in the confusion, even in the doubt, God is still at work, and Resurrection Sunday is still coming. And so my prayers for you and our church as we continue to be the church, may we see this as an opportunity to allow God to work in new and powerful ways, so that we can love God, love people, and serve both. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.